Have you ever felt like you're just behind in life and everyone else has it figured out and you're just trying to not constantly trip over your own shoelaces? Well, this week had three moments that really hit me hard, and I think pulled away some valuable lessons that I'd like to share with some of you guys. And I think that they can change the way that you approach business, life, and even your walk with God. Now, they're not super fancy by any means, but they're real life experiences and they're practical. And if you apply them, you'll stop comparing yourself, you'll start growing, and you'll find that you have the right people to run with. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, firstly, just because someone does it one way doesn't mean that you can't do it another way. And I was just looking at some examples of people who are successful in the ways that I want to be and are where I want to be in the future. And I was looking at how they've done it and how they've been successful and the amount of work they put in compared to the amount of play they have, and just XYZ, a lot of variables. And I kind of had this aha moment where I realized not everybody's life is going to be the same. Um, I can't copy and paste what I'm doing or what someone else is doing and apply it to my life. Um, because if all you're doing is taking what worked for them and then copying it um, and pasting it to yourself, then it's not what you really want. It's kind of like cooking, where you can take someone else's recipe, but if you copy it exactly, it's not going to be to your likings. It's not going to taste the exact way that you want it to. But if you take the recipe and you tinker with it a little bit and customize it to your personal preferences, then the recipe will taste how you like it, and that's what works for you. So, um, I think that we really confuse learning from someone with copying from someone. And I guess one way to change that is if you're building a business or you're trying to work out or even on your journey in faith with God, um, stop trying to fit into someone else's shoes and um, trying to fit into your own. It's okay to look at others and draw away the principles and adjust some of the tactics to your strengths and your personality. But at the end of the day, you just can't copy and paste them. Point number two is everyone is at a different stage in life, and you should stop comparing and start learning. So, about a week and a half ago, I was in the gym and I just took a look around. It was quite busy and saw probably about 50 people. And I was looking at each individual one and I just noticed that something was different about each person. And I came to the conclusion that not everybody's there doing the same thing or there for the same reason, going for the same outcome, and that you can't continuously compare yourself against others because one guy might be there for bodybuilding and another guy might be there just to not get fat, or a woman, whatever your situation is. But the process for the bodybuilder in the gym is going to look extremely different than the process of the person who's just trying to stay fit. And the end goal is also extremely different for the bodybuilder versus the end goal for the person who is just trying to stay fit. And if you're constantly comparing yourself to other people, you're always going to feel like you're behind. You're always going to feel behind and you're always going to feel stuck, like you're never doing enough. But you have different life experiences than them and you have different life circumstances. And there's nothing wrong with looking at other people um, in order to learn from them. But if you're constantly comparing your chapter 3 to their chapter 20, then you're just always going to feel like you're behind and you're just going to burn out in the end. So if you flip that on its head and instead of comparing, you become a student and you see someone who is where you want to be or shares a similar goal, watch them, talk to them, learn from them, and implement. See if what works for them works for you, and if not, get rid of it and move on. That way, you're growing without failing, and you're growing without falling into a trap of discouragement. And point number 3, the final one for this video, is the right people make your journey possible. And I'm lucky to have a good group of about 3 close friends to me. They're really good, really helpful. You guys watching this, you know who you are. I know some of you guys watch it, so I appreciate the support. Yeah, recently over the last couple of weeks, I've had some highs and I've had some lows, and I've had this group of friends around me who have stayed in touch with me, just chatting with me, picking me up, pushing me forward, helping me get back on track and stay on track. And I think that's extremely powerful, because a lot of people, I think, try and move alone, or they're moving with the wrong people. And if you're moving with the wrong people, if you're pulling up and they're pulling down on a rope, well, it's a lot easier to pull down than up, and they're just going to bring you back down to their level. So it's a lot easier to have other people who are helping you climb the mountain instead of trying to pull you back down it. And if you're trying to do it alone, alone you can move really fast, but together you can go quite far. And you should surround yourself with people who push you higher, pick you up when you're down, and celebrate the wins that you have like their own. And if you can find a group that has all of that and shares similar goals and wants to climb similar mountains to you, then I think it's extremely important. You can go really far. And it's quite exciting because we're just at the beginning of our journey, and I'm pretty excited to see where we'll be in 5 years and 10 years, even a year from now. So I think to change this, you need to take a friend inventory, an inventory of your inner circle, and think about your goals and your accomplishments and where you want to go as a fire, right? And are the friends that you have in your inner circle putting wood on your fire? So making it bigger, pushing you to go harder, move further, faster, and together? Or are these friends dumping water on your fire and putting you out? And if you have people who are dumping water on your fire, get them out of your life. Slowly or fastly. I mean, preferably the sooner, the better. But if they're not leading you down the right road, they're not supporting you and bringing you to where you want to be, kick them out of your life. I know a lot of people, they don't like conflict, or they don't want to hurt people's feelings. But if you're sacrificing the life that you want just to please someone who doesn't actually care about you, then who's losing? So if there's people in your life that aren't carrying you to where you want to go, and they're dumping water on your fire, get them out of your life by whatever means necessary, whether that's finding a new friend group, going to a different gym, not going out to social occasions that they invite you to. Do that. And look for people who are going to put wood on your fire. So if you want to get fit, find a community of people who share a similar goal. If you want to get a six-pack, find people who want to get a six-pack. Go to a gym, talk to people, find people who have similar goals. There's endless ways to meet people who want to go in the same direction, but you just got to be resourceful and find them. Social media is great. So I know you guys are pretty resourceful, so you'll be able to figure it out. But yeah, don't be afraid to distance yourself from the people pouring water on your fire. So just as a quick recap, the 3 lessons that I learned this week is: 1, don't be afraid to do it your way. 2, stop comparing and start learning. And 3, surround surround yourself with the right people. Take a friend inventory. Get rid of people who pour water on your fire. Bring people into your life who add wood to your fire. I challenge you guys to pick one of these 3 lessons and apply it to your life. Whether that's don't be afraid to do it your way or stop comparing yourself, whatever it is. I think the friend inventory one is extremely powerful. I think that would be a really good one for people to start with. But pick one, focus on it for a week or a month, whichever you prefer. Obviously, the longer the better. You can see the impacts that it has in your life, as I have seen in mine, and just watch how it changes the way you move. Comment down below what you're going to do, and then come back when you're done it and comment on how it's changed your life. I'd love to hear that. And if you stuck around to the end, thank you. Appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. Every week, I share a YouTube video on Sundays about what I'm learning on my journey as a young entrepreneur walking with God. And yeah, I just want to say thank you, and let's grow together.